Rahim. So friends, in this video we will review Redmi Note 12. Alright. Uh, right now we are viewing its 3D model and its shape is quite attractive. And here is a full preview. You can see that its shape is quite attractive and it resembles to Redmi Note 11. If we talk about its shape, so its shape resembles to Redmi Note 11. So if you have used Redmi Note 11, so you can understand that as far as shape is concerned, so there's no very much difference. Alright, so the good thing is that the front camera or selfie camera is given in a punch hole, and this is quite good thing. In my personal opinion, the front camera or selfie camera should be given in a punch hole rather than that U shape, which doesn't look good. So its shape is quite attractive, and as far as colors are concerned, so right now we are viewing its green color, and let us see whether its further colors are available. So yes, there are currently three colors: green, gray and sky. So these are also good. So now we will discuss about specs. So let's go to the specs section. It is 48 megapixel maximum 48 megapixel, and if I am not wrong, so Redmi Note 11 is also 48 or 50 megapixel. So camera is normal. As far as RAM is concerned, so RAM is 4 to 8 GB, means there are three variants of Note 12: 4 GB, 6 GB and 8 GB. So that's also good. And as far as battery is concerned, so it is again 5000 mAh. So 5000 mAh is normal nowadays. Almost all the new devices come with 5000 mAh battery, and the battery time depends upon your usage. If your usage is normal, so it can easily spend 1.5 to 2 days, but if your usage is higher, so hardly 1 day can be spent. So 5000 mAh battery is available. So now if we talk about its technology, so the good thing is that 5G, it is 5G. All right, I think Redmi Note 11 does not come with 5G, and it was announced in uh, October 2022, previous year, and it was released on 11 January 2023, and it's still available. All right. So if we talk about its body dimensions, so these are 165.9 into 76.2 into 8 millimeter. So again, it is a good size. I have personally observed that Redmi smartphones have very handy, a very handy shape, and what you can say, these can easily be fitted in our pockets, and that's the good thing about Redmi phones. Secondly, if we talk about weight, so its weight is 188 gram. So 188 gram weight is also a good thing, right? Because it is not too much heavier. Like if we talk about Note 30 Pro, I have made a video on Note 30 Pro as well. So that was, I think, 203 grams. That was 203 grams. So I think this 188 gram is somehow better, and it's not that heavier, and it can easily be managed. It can easily be used. So if we talk about SIM, so uh, that's also normal dual SIM. So now we will proceed towards its display. So it is AMOLED display. Again, it is AMOLED. I don't know why they don't give Super AMOLED. It is quite interesting that uh, Redmi Note 10 was Super AMOLED, but Note 11 and Note 12 are just AMOLED. I don't know what's the reason behind that, why they are not giving Super AMOLED display. Well, it's up to them. Size is also normal, and resolution is 1080x 2400 pixels, 395 ppi density. That's also good. And Corning Gorilla Glass 3 they are using. So there are many things which resemble to Redmi Note 11. So now we'll talk about its platform. So the operating system they are using is Android 12, but hopefully it is upgradable to Android 13, because Redmi Note 11 is using Android 13, and MIUI 14 uh, is running already running in Note 11. So in Note 12 hopefully it will be MIUI 14. That's also okay. If we talk about chipset, so that's Qualcomm SM4375 Snapdragon. That is also a very good thing about uh, Redmi phones, especially Note series, that they give Snapdragon. Redmi Note 11 was also Snapdragon, and Redmi Note 12 is also Snapdragon, and it is Snapdragon 4 Gen 1. So it is also a powerful processor. So GPU octa-core, alright, and Adreno 619, that's good. So now the most important thing, which is memory. So they are using micro SD, alright. I mean to say that micro SD card slot is available. But I think if you are using 256 GB variant, so you don't need to buy a micro SD card, okay. And even 128 GB is enough. And so there are three variants of this thing: 4 GB 128 GB, 6 GB 128 GB, and 8 GB 256 GB. So definitely the prices of these three variants will be different. The most expensive will be 256 GB 8 GB. So if you ask about my opinion, so in my personal opinion, I think 6 GB 128 GB will be a better option, and it will be quite economical, and it will fulfill your needs, right? So 128 GB 6 GB is quite enough, or we can say it's more than enough. 6 GB 128 GB. Now if we talk about main camera, so 48 megapixel is not something outstanding. It cannot compete the camera of Samsung mobiles. Keep in mind that if you want to buy a phone on the basis of performance, then Redmi is a better option. But if you want to buy a phone just for camera, so you should go for Samsung. So 48 megapixel maximum is a normal camera. It is not something outstanding. That's normal. And dual LED, dual tone flash, HDR panorama. And if we talk about video, so it is 1080 pixels at 30 fps. So that's same in most of the devices. There is 30 fps, 30 frame per second. Selfie camera is also not something outstanding. 13 megapixel is a normal, we cannot call it a special one. And selfie video is also 1080x at 30 fps, so that's normal. It's not outstanding. So if we talk about sound, so loudspeaker and 3.5 mm jack. And if we talk about Wi-Fi, so dual band Wi-Fi, that's normal. And Bluetooth, GPS and NFC infrared port, that's normal. All right. So if we talk about features, so fingerprint side mounted, that's same as that of Redmi Note 11. Accelerometer, gyro, proximity compass, that's okay. If we talk about battery, so as I have already discussed, a 5000 mAh battery and 33 watt wired. It is advertised that 50% should be charged in 22 minutes. But I am personally using Redmi Note 11, so it took around 1.5 hours to fully charge, and that's also 33 watt. That's also 33 watts. So I think if you want to charge it 100%, so it takes more than an hour, but that's okay. That's okay. And there are three colors: frosted green, matte black, and mystic blue. I was calling it as sky, as it resembles to sky, but it's mystic blue. All right. And then if we talk about tests, so battery life is written in endurance rating 101 hours. So that's all about Redmi Note 12. So if we compare Redmi Note 11 and Redmi Note 12, so there is no too much difference. I'll make a video on the comparison between Redmi Note 11 and 12. So there is no much difference. Similarly as that, there was no very much difference between Redmi Note 10 and 11. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much for watching.